Okay, let's get started here. My name is Robin Shaw, and I am your English teacher today. I am a Canadian, and I do this every Sunday and Wednesday. Today is the live English Q&A. I haven't done a live Q&A in a long time because I had a lot of guests here. But tonight I'm here to answer your English questions. So start asking me English questions. I have my tea. I'm ready for your questions. And I'm not a perfect teacher. I don't know the answers to everything, but I will do my best, or I'll search online to find the correct answer to your question. I'm just going to check the chat. Let's see who's here. Let's move this. All right, let's take a look. So I can see Layla's here. Good to see you here, Layla, and Carrie. Carrie was here, and Carrie says she went jogging. Good for you, Carrie, if you went jogging. Billy's here, and Lokesh. I don't think I've seen you before, Lokesh Nandapudi. Lokesh Nandapudi. I guess that's an Indian name. Where are you from? Oh, yeah, you said down here you're from India. And Sleepwalker's here. Billy's here. All right. Robin, you look sleepy. Well, I have the allergies, so I'm running, scratching, rubbing my eyes. So it might look I look sleepy or drunk. I promise you, I'm not sleepy. I'm not drunk. I'm clear-headed. Let's take a look. Layla says, but for some reason they barely even mentioned. Don't know if barely in this case means barely. Yeah, that's a mitigator. Barely mentioned. It's barely is similar to rarely. So almost never. Okay, so I hope that helps you out, Layla. Barely, rarely. It's very similar. Carrie, jogging has become my new hobby these days. Really? I have to see you jogging, Carrie. I cannot imagine you jogging. Any questions, guys? That's why we're here. My friend Steven, who was on my live stream last week, he's still staying with me, but he's traveling around South Korea right now, so he's not in my home. He'll be back here maybe tomorrow, and then he leaves Korea on Sunday, I believe. I think it's Sunday. He leaves the 21st. And the 21st is a Monday. Okay, he'll be here until Monday. And okay, Layla, I'm sure Layla, you have a lot of questions. And our curriculum for this year is pretty good. Did I use curriculum properly yet? That sentence looks okay. Lutfi, Robin, do you have a plan to go back to Canada? We want to move back to Canada. All right, I'm gonna say a little more about that. Oh, I haven't used my markers in a while. I hope that's on the board. So we want to use back to, move to, go to, come to, any sort of movement. We always want the better preposition is to. I want back to Canada, move to Canada, go to Canada. Or if I'm in Canada, come to Canada. No, Lutfi, I have no plan. I would love to live in Canada. I don't think Canada is a bad place. I would like to live there. But it is just so expensive. And, I haven't lived in Canada 20 years. And my salary in Korea does not match what I need to live in Canada. Canada is a very expensive country compared to Asian countries and other countries. So, Lutfi, Yeah. So the quick answer, long answer, I guess. I don't have a plan, but if I could live in Canada, I would. Layla, who loves me? I think no one loves me because I'm not an attractive girl. So you're saying who loves me? Who loves me? Well, right there, that's a question. So you should have a question mark. Who loves me? And I think no one loves me because I'm not, you should have, I'm not an attractive girl. So let's make sure we have that article an. Layla, I think my M looks terrible. That's an M. We should never love. This is Robin's advice. We should never love people because of their outside appearance. We should only love people because what is inside. So if someone loves you because only you're outside, is that real love? No. The real love is when people don't care about your appearance, but they love you. Yeah, I'm alone at home. And Indian tourism is back. Hello, Indian tourism. Indian tourism. Do you have I'm going to go to your channel. Let's take a look at what's happening with Indian tourism YouTube channel. It looks like Indian tourism. Oh. Pondicherry City. Is that where you're from? Indian tourism? Lutfi, especially because of the currency. Well, not really a currency. For Canada, it's just everything's expensive. And can you pronounce curriculum? Curriculum. Ibrahim Kabdul. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Hi, teacher. I live in Egypt. I am refugee. Okay, you're a refugee from where? Are you're a refugee from another country and you moved to Egypt? Let me know. What's your story, man? Fenny. Hey, Fenny. Hello. Fenny's here. Any questions, Fenny? Chatath's here. Vincenzio. You're all the late students. Late. You're late. You have to do 10 push-ups. Everyone who's late, do 10 push-ups. All right, Layla. You just make up rules for your magic and it becomes stronger. I research about meaning of makeup. It's a phrasal verb. It's going to have many meanings. And it has many meanings, so I don't know what it means. Makeup is just create. I'm not going to talk about all the meanings of makeup. Of course, makeup can mean cosmetics, things like that, but I'll just talk about this situation. It says you make up rules. All right, there's our phrasal verb, make up. So in this case, you just make up rules. You just create rules suddenly. So if I'm playing a game with my friend, let's say we're playing, I don't know, chess, the board game chess, and I'm starting to win, and then my friend says, oh, you can't do this move because of this rule. And I could say, that's not a rule. You're just making it up. It's kind of a lie. You're just making it, creating it now. So this is more of you're lying to me about this new rule. All right. So makeup can have that meaning that someone is creating something suddenly. It's probably a lie. Probably a lie. Hi. Vincenzo, when I use such or so. Well, Vincenzo, that's a very big question because there's so many ways to use such or so. I cannot talk about every way right now, Vincenzo. So if you have some example sentences, Vincenzo, with such and so, bring them in and we'll talk about that. But your question needs to be more specific and you need a question mark. So maybe you should practice putting in a question mark in your questions too. So bring me some example sentences so I know exactly what you're referring to. Diego Ortega, hello. And Indian tourism is in Hyderabad. Am I pronouncing that? Okay. Lokesh, why are you not so active in our WhatsApp group? Well, Lokesh, good question. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm very busy and sometimes I'm not busy. So when I'm not busy, I'm more active, and when I'm busy, I'm less active. So this week and next week, actually, I have midterm exams at my college. So I teach at the college, and that keeps me pretty busy. So I have to give more time to my college students right now, but in a week or two, I'll be back and more active in the WhatsApp group. I do check the WhatsApp groups every day. I check. I do not always talk, but I'm reading what you guys are talking about. Layla, Robin always recommends me to study English hard daily. Otherwise, my English wouldn't progress fast. Did I use other? Yeah, that's correct. Layla did a great use of otherwise. Good for you, Layla. That's a good. I know Layla. Layla's a super student. She does try to study daily, study hard daily. I'm gonna drink my tea. Very hot tea. Win, hello. All right, Lutfi wrote a question. Let's see. Robin, probably this is a silly or stupid and sensitive question. I like silly, stupid, and sensitive questions. But I don't see a question mark. But if you could choose, which one will you choose? Asian or Western? I mean like blonde. If I could choose as a girlfriend, what do you mean? As I could choose as a friend? I'm not picky about people. I don't know why I'm choosing, but if it's a girlfriend, again, I don't really care outside appearance. I want to know if they're a good person and they're going to support me. Things like that. So I think people are people. I don't care their appearance. Now, remember, I'm 44 years old. If I'm 20 years old, maybe, yeah, I like the blonde girl. But I don't think like that anymore. Maybe 20 years ago, I thought like that. Indian tourism, how to improve my English? No question. Hey, you guys, everyone. The teacher's getting angry and upset. I don't want to punish you. I don't want to send you to the principal's office. Questions require a question mark. If you do not have a question mark, you're going to be in big trouble. Indian tourism. How to improve my English? I just improved your English. Okay, teacher's saying put question marks. So Indian tourism, you put question marks. Other than that, Indian tourism, you have to work at English every day. Reading, writing, speaking, listening, every day, Indian tourism. You have to do it. I'm a reading teacher. I'm not a grammar teacher. So I think reading a lot is key to improving grammar and vocabulary. So if you want grammar, read or listen. Listening's good too. Listening to radio, TV, whatever. Hey, pretty cat. About 5 minutes behind. I'll catch up, guys. Fenny, what does it mean, this sentence? I don't think you should take my feelings into account. What does it mean, into account? Into account means, don't think about my feelings. So take into account is kind of consider. Is that on the board there? Consider. So this person say, don't consider my feelings. Don't think about my feelings. But we don't usually say don't. You're using it in a negative. But it's possible to use it. Anyway, that take into account. Consider. Consider it. Mustafa, hello. Kiramat, hello. I've been fine. I'm growing my beard like you. And Pretty Cat, I want to ask this question again. How can we express our past mistakes? Our regrets? What do you mean? I'm not sure what kind of statement you want me to say, Pretty Cat. But you could use I regret. And then your mistake. I'm not sure, Pretty Cat, what you want me to say about that. I regret or... Sorry. Need more information, Pretty Cat. I want to help you, but I got to know what kind of mistakes and what you're looking for exactly. Sleepwalker, Robin, what about if we from time to time take one phrasal verb and you give us all meanings of it with example sentences, at least the most important phrasal verbs, as kind of our lessons. Sleepwalker. Good idea, but there are some problems with that. First of all, phrasal verbs are, there's some common phrasal verbs everyone knows. You probably already know a lot of phrasal verbs, but with phrasal verbs, these are for kind of advanced speakers. All right. Now, intermediate can learn phrasal verbs and beginner can learn phrasal verbs. That's great. That's fine. But there's so many different kinds of phrasal verbs. This is usually the last thing, or one of the last things you have to master before fluency. A lot of the students who are watching my live streams are basic intermediate. They're not really advanced. And teaching phrasal verbs, as you all know, phrasal verbs is very difficult to remember and master. I don't think people can learn phrasal verbs from the teacher teaching phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are best learned in real context, real authentic situations. So reading and listening and hearing the phrasal verbs in their natural, when they're said naturally by native speakers, is the best way to master phrasal verbs. I never recommend people buying books to learn phrasal verbs. I think that's a waste of time. And I think me teaching phrasal verbs, it can help with some phrasal verbs, but it's not the best method. So Sleepwalker, I will help from time to time with phrasal verbs, but I really, it's too hard to teach that in video. So Sleepwalker, if you have any specific questions about phrasal verbs, bring them. But for now, I'm not going to do a lesson on that. Sorry. It's a good idea, but it's hard. Mustafa's next question: are phrasal verbs important in English? Because there's a lot. They are important for speaking. They're definitely important for speaking. Phrasal verbs are generally not used in writing or formal English, but if you're going to an English-speaking country, phrasal verbs are very important. If you want to watch English movies and TV, phrasal verbs are very important. Fanny, I'm not active in the WhatsApp group. That's okay. Win. I want to know about using kind of. I'm kind of in shock right now. You said shook. I'm kind of in shock right now. I kind of like that view. I was feeling kind of happy. What is the difference between using kind of and not? Let's go to the board. I'm a teacher. I'll just put hat. It's going off. There, I'll rewrite that. I don't want... Let's do it in black. Like this. I'm kind of happy, I'm not happy. Well, I'm not is... You're 100% not happy. Now, kind of happy, it's kind of a little bit. So let's say... It probably depends on the teacher, but kind of happy is... It can be more than 50%, but let's just see it as less than 100%, okay? But definitely not as 100%. I'm kind of happy. And depending on the region in the world, because the power of kinda can change in different regions. Yeah, I don't really want to put this number. Just less than 100% happy. You're not totally perfectly happy. You're just kind of happy. All right, I hope you got it. And Layla, my seal caused the explosion somehow. May I know when I should use, when should I use, okay, when should I use somehow in spoken? So somehow, when can we use it? Somehow, so the meaning of that is I don't know how, but it happened. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. So usually something surprises you. For example, you used a really awkward example. A seal. That's not a common example. I'm going to try to think of a common example using somehow. Here, I'm going to go to the internet because I'm not good at giving perfect examples immediately. Drink my tea. All right. If I said, I got my own. I thought of my own. I got the perfect sentence. I didn't study for my test, but somehow I passed the test. That's all on the board. All right, so I didn't study. All right, I didn't study, but somehow, I don't know how, but I passed the test. Okay, I don't know how. It was a miracle. It was a surprise. Somehow. Okay, I hope that helps you. All right, I gotta move along here. You guys are waiting. Sorry, I'll speed up. Oh, there's so many questions. Please be patient. Ooh, lots of questions. All right. Vincenzo, teacher, I ate a pizza. You want to use past tense. So, teacher, I ate a pizza or such good that I eat another. You want to use so good. That's Vincenzo. Yeah, I'm still confused with the so and such. In this case, so good. You don't want to say such good. So good. And time is short. Many people are waiting, but I'm going to give you. My grammar is getting worse. I'm teaching it. What's the mistake here, guys? All right, so I have he is a bad student. He is so bad. In this case, we're using so to give more power to bad. We want to emphasize bad as an adjective. This is an adjective. So bad. He is, we're going to put, we want to emphasize a bad student. We can put such to emphasize the noun in this case. That's not every case, but that's the only case I can think of now. Such a bad student, emphasizing the noun, so bad, emphasizing the adjective. There's probably other differences between such or bad, but that's just a quick one to help you understand, Vincenzo. Layla, enjoy your tea. I'm enjoying my tea. Bye, Jan. Love to see you. Oh, that was over 10 minutes ago. I hope you're still watching. Grace. I heard often a native speaker put as well, end of sentence. Again, native speakers, depending on the region, have their specific filler words and sentences that have no meaning, but they kind of put them in the sentence. I'm not sure. I'm not sure unless you have a specific sentence. I need the sentence. Look tired? No, I just have allergies. Who wrote it? Layla. It doesn't say who wrote it, but look here. Who wrote it? When should I say squee? Squee? What is squee? Sorry, I don't know what squee is. I have to check. Squee. I don't use that word, so I think that's used in comic books. It's kind of a verbal excitement. I don't think people actually say squee. Maybe. Sorry, I don't use that word. It's used for excitement, but I don't use it. Sorry, Win. Where did you see that word? What are you reading comic books? Kiramat, can I learn English and speak fluently if I watch English movies, talk shows, documentary, news, etc., and nothing more? I don't like the nothing more. No. Well, for speaking, you need practice, and the things you're just watching, that's not going to help your speaking. That's certainly going to help your understanding of grammar. It's going to help you become fluent. But of course, at the end of the day, everyone here must have speaking practice, and a lot of it. A lot of speaking practice. If you're watching this stuff every day, that is going to be awesome. That's going to help you to be fluent, but you need that speaking practice. Syed, hello. Lolly, lolly, hello. Fanny, what's the difference between capable, able, and available? Well, capable and able, same family, but available is very different. Now, Fanny, what's the difference? You got to tell me. I'm not the dictionary. You got to go to the dictionary, bring me back 3 sentences, 1 sentence using capable, 1 sentence using able, and 1 sentence using available. You're going to find capable and able very similar, but available is very different. All you guys, I'm not good at example sentences, so please bring example sentences. If I have more time, I might think, but sorry, Fanny, there's a lot of people waiting. Everyone here, make sure your questions are clear so I can help you. Lutfi, maybe 20 years ago I thought like that. I'm laughing so hard, but yeah, what is it? Okay, about the blonde. Grace, when you stand in front of students to teach English, do you feel nervous? No, I don't, Grace. Do you feel nervous? Aman Khan, my health is fine. Layla, Layla has advanced questions tonight. Wow, Layla, your questions are getting more advanced every week. The decision is looming over you. So looming is something here. Let's get some help. It doesn't help. So if you're saying the decision is looming over you, looming is kind of negative. It's a big decision and it's there. All right. There's some big decision you have to make and it's kind of negative. So, for example, again, I got to think of example. I'm not good. Looming over me. Oh, I have a test next week. It's looming over me. All right. So I have a test next week. That's kind of bad. Tests are bad. It's looming over me. So maybe it's an important test. So it's something big and a little bit negative that is in your life coming soon. And you have to make a decision or you have to do something about it. Layla, you got to bring in some more example sentences to fully understand that expression. It's not so common, but good for you to bring that up. Fanny, don't take it personally is the same meaning as into account. No, it's not. Don't take it personally is don't be offended. Into account means consider. Layla, you have your own style, some great line work. I dig it. Continue to explore that, all right? I dig it. I dig it is old slang. Old people, older than me, might say I dig it. That's from the 1970s. I dig it means kind of cool. Not temperature cool. Cool. Like sunglasses. I dig it. But don't say I dig it. That's too old slang. It's 1970s. We don't use that anymore. I don't think we use that anymore. Sleepwalker. It's true now. I read books and a lot of phrasal verbs are there. It's good for remembering. Keep reading, Sleepwalker. You will master those phrasal verbs. Steven is not here, Grace. He's coming back tomorrow. I'm just drinking tea. It's called Tara Classic. I'm not sure if you can see. It's just tea. Everyone's interested in my mug. It's colorful. Layla, I have no idea what he's thinking half of the time. Maybe I know when I should. Half the time. Half the time means half the time. So if I'm sitting with my friend, sometimes I know what he's thinking. Sometimes I don't know what he's thinking. So the time we're together, half the time I don't know what he's thinking, and half the time I know what he's thinking. So, but when we say I don't know what he's thinking half the time, that means I really don't know how that person thinks. So we're kind of emphasizing I'm not an expert on that person. I don't always know what he's thinking. Sorry, I gotta move on. You guys are waiting. I've done something no S in the past, and now I regret that. I didn't do it. Oh, I don't have more info, but I heard a sentence. Okay, your sentence. I've done something in the past now, and I regret that I did it. I'm gonna fix up your sentence because your sentence here. I hope you're still around. I've got an E there. I've done something, no S, in the past, and now I regret that I did it. Excuse me. Syed, hi Robin, sir. When we have to use cause and because. Cause is, or you guys got a lot of questions today. You know, when I started this stream, you guys were slow. Now there's so many questions. But I will do my best to answer them all. So we don't want to confuse cause and because. All right, this is a different word. Because short form, we usually speak in cause. It's different. It's not this word. These are different words. So you check the dictionary, cause, different word. Short form because is not cause. We want to say cause or cause. So that's different right there. And of course is different. These are all three different words, Syed. They're not the same family. They're not related, Syed. So I'm not sure what you got to bring in some example sentences. Fanny, what I did and what I have done, are those the same? Yeah, it depends on what you're trying to say. What I did, what I've done. You're using two different grammars, but or two different types of grammar. Your sentences are not enough to. That's not how you use what I did, what I've done. You need more information in your sentence, but they're basically talking about past tense action that you have done or did. Layla, I'll go assign someone from this group to watch over you. I can't understand. Oh, so another phrasal verb, watch over you. Watch over you just means supervise you or monitor you. Supervise or monitor. So that would mean watch over you. Lalilai, what's the difference between the past time to waste time? And there's also kill time. So past time, time goes daily, every day. So of course, waste time. We're that's the easy one. We're not using our time in a good way. So for example, uh, I played computer games 10 hours today. All right, 10 hours of computer games. Oh, you might say, oh, you wasted your time. Okay, that's too much time on computer games. That's a waste of time. Killing time, uh, I have a class, English class, in 1 hour, and I have to wait 1 hour. So I got to do something. I have to do something for 1 hour, so I have to kill time. Doesn't matter what I do, but I got 1 hour to kill before my class. So I just got to kill time. Maybe I will use my phone to kill time before my class. So I'm just waiting for the class. Past time, that's a bigger expression. For example, if I said, I have a 2-week vacation coming soon. I have a 2-week vacation. And you might ask me, oh, how are you going to pass the time? So there's 2 weeks. How are you going to pass the time? How are you going to use that time? And I might say I'm taking a vacation, or I'm taking a trip somewhere, or I'm going to stay home and clean my house and read books. So how do you pass time? It's just how do you use your time? All right. I hope that helps you a little bit. I got to move on. Sorry, I don't have too much time for each question. Syed, I didn't take, or I didn't took, I didn't take. Did you come yesterday, or did you came yesterday? Did you come yesterday? After the negative, didn't, you always want to use present simple. And then actually the negative and the question form. So you're right there. So this is the affirmative. It's going to be simple past. I came. But with a negative, simple present, and the question, simple present. Layla, you are a perfect English teacher who I have known. You are a perfect English teacher who I have known since I started studying English. So who I have known since. Are you saying a comment? I'm not perfect. Grace, Robin is as handsome as Brad Pitt. Robin is handsome like Brad Pitt. Robin is handsome as Brad Pitt. The first two are, well, the first two, the grammar is correct. The last one, no, that's not correct. The first two. And actually, the meaning of your sentence, the content of your sentence is wrong. The correct sentence should be, Robin is more handsome than Brad Pitt. So although your grammar is correct in the first two sentences, the meaning of the sentence is all wrong. You should say, Robin is more handsome than Brad Pitt. Kirmat, how do you use somehow and somewhat? Very different words, Kirmat. You bring me a sentence with somehow. You bring me a sentence with somewhat. As well, can it same as to? What's the difference between them? I'm not sure your question, Grace. What's the full sentence using as well? As well can be used so many ways. If you said, He is nice as well. That can mean too, if it's used that way. He is nice as well. That means he's nice too. Layla, would you like me to buy you a drink? I'll take you up on that offer. Could you explain? Yeah, when someone gives an offer, they give you an offer, and you could say, I'll take you up on that. I'll take you up on that. Yeah. We only use it this way. So if I said, come to Korea and stay at my home. So anyone here, if you come to Korea, you can stay at my home. So I give an offer. It's a good offer. And you say, I will, future tense, so you're going to do it in the future, take you up on that, which means that's a good offer. I'm going to take that offer, okay? I'm going to come to Korea and stay at your house. So you're just telling it, when someone gives a good offer and you say, ooh, I will do it, this is the expression you say. I'll take you up on that offer. Wins reading comic book. Comic books are great for English. Vincenzo, it was so good. It was such good thought. All right, Vincenzo, we're coming back. Yeah, anyone can take me up on that. Vincenzo. You said thought. I'm going to change thought to idea. Your idea is so good. It's such a good idea. All right. So there's the so, there's the such. Rashida, hello. You are an optimistic person. An optimistic person. You are a positive person. Yeah, the same. I dig it. I like it. Yeah, I dig it. I like it. Cool. I dig it. I like it. And yeah, Amanka, dig in the ditch is different meaning of dig. Tara T. Tara, did you see? Oh, Yola, hello. Abdullahi Hussein. Hi, Robin. Do you have a paid online course? Sometimes I find it difficult to locate the topic sentence on some books. Third, how to space repetition as we forget after a few days that we learn. Abdullah, good questions. I do not have a paid online course. I don't have time to make one, and I don't know if people will pay for that course because it takes, a lot of time and effort. For repetition, I'm a reading teacher, and nothing helps you remember than consistently reading or listening daily. If you consistently, you don't take a break for 1 week, 1 month, that's going to damage your English. You got to read or at least read or listen to English every day. You do that consistently for years, you will remember these words. If you learn something, some new vocabulary, sentence, whatever, and you you don't use it and you don't study English for a month, yeah, you're going to keep forgetting everything. People, it's studying English is the same as building your muscles. It's the same. If you want to build your muscles, well, you don't have to do it every day, but it should be consistent, all right? 2 or 3 times a week. If you take a 2-month break, you're going to lose all the muscles you gained, all right? You got to keep consistent, guys. Aman, I look exciting and energetic, okay? You taught your pupils. Yeah, my voice always changes in class, especially if I'm yelling at my students. Grace, my cat just said to me, we miss Robin. XX, this kind of word is only in UK? No, it's everywhere. XXXO, hugs and kisses. Layla, Robin, as you know, I try to follow your advice, so I read a lot these days. I face many questions and some difficult words. Well, Layla, you are not reading at your level. If you're reading, hey, kiddo, that level is too hard, all right? Read at your level. Mankan, I learned from you after the negative we should use simple tense. I think you already knew that, Aman Khan. Grace, how can I see my English improving or not? Do native speakers understand you? Then there's no problem. In my classroom, I taught my pupils about sentences, simple, negative, and interrogative. Well, if you taught them, then you should know. Sleepwalker, Russian guy. Hi, I think you're Russian. Robin is the most handsome man in the world. Cheers. How can I use words at all? You just want to emphasize you can't do something. So I might say I can't sing. I really want to emphasize that. I can't sing at all. So that means 100% can't sing. I can't sing at all. Excuse me. That T. Let's go to cafe. Let's go to the cafe or a cafe. I will buy coffee. It's on me. I will treat you. Those are all the same. Good sense. Free foods. Hello, free foods. Free foods. Free foods. I'm checking free foods. No videos. All right. Welcome, free foods. I am thankful to you. I'm thankful for you. No. I'm thankful to you. Russian guy again. Hello, man. Layla, if I were a rich, not unrich, a rich woman, I would travel to Korea and meet Robin and stay at his house. Is this correct? Yes, but you got to say a rich, not unrich. Aman Khan. Hey, kiddo. Hey, kiddo is a book I recommended, and some of the students bought that. I don't recommend that book. Don't buy that book. I never recommend Hey, kiddo. Anyway, Layla, anyone here, you're always welcome if you're rich to come to Korea. If I travel to your country, can I stay at your house? Lolly lolly, I recalled the last summer. I remembered the last summer. Same meaning. Yeah, it's just, the grammar's different. Similar meaning, but really to understand if we're using it correctly or incorrectly, you should show me full sentences of how you want to say that. But basically, they mean the same thing. Layla, I'm catching up. I must say, I'm impressed you run this place pretty well. Run, does it mean manage? Yes. In this case, run means to operate or manage a business. You run this place pretty well. You manage this business very well. You, or Grace, you are understand me. You are understand me. You got two verbs there. You got a be verb and understand. You should say you understand me because you have a lot of experience. Experience is uncountable. We got to fix up your sentences here. You understand me. You wrote because you're lazy. Because you have a lot of experience is uncountable. And experience of students, I'm going to say with students who aren't good at English and you're lazy about English. Perhaps, Grace, but I think, Grace, you met Esther and she understood you well. I'm not going to recommend any books tonight. You're giving me too much credit. I just run a hospital. Credit doesn't mean trust. No. You're giving me too much credit. It kind of means you're giving me too much praise. So if you said I think this has been the hardest live stream. You guys, your questions are getting really advanced. If you said, Robin, you taught me all my English, or all the English I know, I would say, that's you, and I would say, you give me too much credit. So what I'm saying is, yeah, you're very nice, but I did not teach you all your English, right? You learn English in elementary school, middle school, books. So you're saying I did it, and I would say, no, you're giving me too much credit. I maybe did a little bit. I did not teach you all right? So don't give me too much credit. Don't say I did it. Aman, how to pronounce hyperbole. Hyperbole. That's how I say it. Hyperbole. Hyperbole. I don't say it very often, maybe once every 20 years. Hyperbole. Let's check the pronunciation in the Cambridge Dictionary. When I want to know pronunciation, I go to Cambridge. They got the best because they have American and UK pronunciation. Let's listen to UK.
Hyperbole.
Hyperbole. And let's listen to American.
Hyperbole.
Hyperbole. Almost the same. Hyperbole. Hyperbole. Everyone repeat after me. Hyperbole. Lolly lolly. I recalled the long hot summer of my youth. Well, in that case, lolly lolly. Wow, good questions. Very challenging today. I really have to think, guys. Your level is getting too high. All right, you would say I recall the long, hot summer of my youth. If that's all you're going to say, oh, you did a. Is that on the board? If that's all you're going to say, I would recommend just say remember. It's a more common way to express that. Recall is a little more formal. And you wouldn't say I recalled. You say I recall or I remember. Because you're doing it right now. You don't want to use it past tense. You're doing it right now. Oh, I remember right now. Or I recall right now the long, hot summer of my youth. Today I heard it. Hyperbole. That's a tricky one, but it should be hyperbole. Abdullahi. Does paragraph talk about one subject only? I saw a lot of books with many topics in one paragraph. This is getting into writing. A paragraph should be one topic. A good paragraph should talk about one topic. And when you change the topic, you should have a new paragraph. All right, Sleepwalker, see you. The weather's getting chilly in Korea now. If you're still here, it's getting a little bit cold. Robin, you're always welcome at my house, but unfortunately, Robin, as you know, I live with my family, though that's hard for me. Yeah, I understand. Yes, I understand Esther saying, but I wasn't able to understand you and Tom's conversation. You weren't invited into our conversation. The editor's name. The editor, Tom. Yeah, Tom. He spoke very young style. Layla, what's he like? What does he look like? What's the difference between one and two? What's he like? This is asking about personality. So, what's he like? He's nice, he's kind, he's friendly, he's smart. Adjectives to describe personality. What's he like? What does he look like? Okay, now appearance. He's tall, he's thin. All right. So personality and appearance. All right, I'm going to end the live stream soon, guys. We did a long time today. And what's the difference between young style English and your style? Young people, their English is still developing. I would say, my English is not perfect, but I went through university. Tom, my editor, did not go through university. And I think when you go through university, your English gets better, all right? Because you're forced to write papers and try to improve your English. So young people, more slang. Sometimes it's hard for me to understand them. They seem to understand each other, but I would say too casual. Young people are too casual. But that's just an opinion, not fact. Aman Khan, what's your favorite newspaper? I don't like newspapers anymore. What do I read? I usually get my news from Reddit, if you know that website, Reddit. I'll look at CNN, BBC, Yahoo News, and Korean newspapers. I look at a lot of newspapers, but most of it I get from Reddit. Ahmad Khan, please don't go. It's 11:34 p.m. Robin, you are too dedicated, and I really appreciate that. Well, thank you. I'm going to go. I'm getting tired and sleepy, and I got to prepare for bed, and I got to have some exams tomorrow, so for my students. And, whoa. Zakia, what is a synonym of impeachment and cogent? Why? Why? That's a strange question. Well, cogent would be convincing, compelling, forceful, powerful, like that. Impeachment synonym. Synonym. I don't know if there's a synonym for impeachment. That's a very specific word for synonym. Indict, maybe. Indict. Matt G. Samurai. How to improve grammar, sir? Reading. Lots of reading. Don't study grammar books. David S. Oh, you're here. Good night. Lolly Lolly, thank you. Grace, you're the best teacher I ever met. Maybe I'm the only teacher you ever met. Thank you. All right, thank you guys. All right, thank you. And Magnus here. Thank you. All right, see you guys Sunday. Take care. Yeah, thank you, Layla. Bye.